Hey folks, welcome to another edition of PlayBranson, where you get to know Branson's entertainers better. My name's Chris Meyer. I'm going to be your host for today. And you know, when you think of Branson, you think of entertaining families. And today on the show, I have one of Branson's most popular entertaining families. I have a couple of folks from the Duttons, and I have Tim and Abby Dutton, and they're brother and sister, and so we're looking forward to having them on the show today. You know, Branson has a lot of great family entertainment. Everything from the Haygoods, the Hughes, the Bretts, the Ballknobbers, the Presleys, and so the Duttons have been here for a long time. They actually have their own show on RFD TV, and we'll talk to them about that and everything else that's going on. So you'll want to watch, so hang tight, but I've got to give you some of these interesting and dumb facts. I know this is your favorite part of the show, and you can't wait for this. So here it is, things that you'll never use anywhere else. In Oklahoma, it's illegal to take a bite out of another person's hamburger. There you go. In Pennsylvania, it's illegal to sleep on top of a refrigerator. Useless knowledge you didn't need to know. And in South Dakota, it's illegal to fall asleep in a cheese factory. There you go. There's your useless, dumb information for the day. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Tim and Abby Haygood. No, Dutton.
I think you should keep it. That was awesome.
We're keeping that.
We're keeping it. We are. Hey folks, welcome back to PlayBranson, and today, for the first time ever, I have Tim and Abby Dutton on the show. Welcome!
Hey, glad to be here. First time ever.
We're honored.
I know, now I've actually had you on the show because every so often I show this PlayBranson magazine, and so your picture technically has been on the show.
Yes.
And so folks, this is a cool magazine, and they are on the cover right here. You can see.
We're sitting in the correct order too, the same
correct
order as the
There you go. So if you haven't got the magazine, go get it. And the Duttons are on the front of it. And I love this photo, by the way. I think it's very
one of my favorites too.
captivating photo. So you guys are an entertaining family, and Branson is known for entertaining families. And talk about your history. How did you get into this business as a family? Because I think that's kind of hard.
Well, family's probably the biggest part of how we ended up like this. Mom and Dad wanted a responsible family. They wanted to teach their children responsibility, and that's how we started doing music. They picked music, something we needed to do every single day. They had no vision of performing together. It was just our chores, basically. Every day we got up and practiced music.
In fact, it's a shock to people to find out that neither of our parents were very musical. In fact, our mom wasn't musical at all. And so for them to raise us in music is kind of surprising.
It just naturally grew over the years. We started learning bluegrass. We started in classical when we were very young. That's how we started. And then later we started learning bluegrass, and that lends itself to playing together. And we started playing together for fun, and it grew from there. It was the Dutton family bluegrass band back in the 80s. And now it's the Duttons in Branson.
Yeah.
And Mom and Dad perform with us as well. Dad plays guitar, and we roped our mom in to play the bass, and she started her first music lesson when she was 37 years old.
37. And so your dad was a professor of economics, if I remember
Yes.
right.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
And he quit, right?
Yes,
He quit.
yes, he did.
But you guys went overseas, right? And like, didn't you have a gig, and that's kind of what helped get it going?
That kind of launched everything.
Yeah.
In the early
When
80s,
we were really young, yeah.
we had the possibility of this gig overseas, and we needed to create a audition video for it. We said, oh no, we couldn't possibly do that. We don't have this video. We don't know how to make one. Somebody stepped in and helped us make the video. We sent
They're
it
like,
over.
are you crazy? You guys could go to Europe. Hello.
We got the job. We performed in Italy on a talk show similar to the Johnny Carson show. It was big. We didn't know anything. We were just little kids. And
It like broadcast to 37 countries in Europe. It was crazy.
That's
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
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 And so that was our big thing, the first big thing we did, yeah.
And so what happened after that?
We went on tour.
Yeah.
An agent, now that we had this video, he's like, well, let me just put this out there to the community concert circuit. And he booked 9 months out on the road straight, and I missed my whole 8th grade year of
It was,
school.
I can't remember the number of shows, but a couple hundred shows over 9 months.
It was crazy.
It was intense.
We didn't go home
6 days a
once.
week, basically.
Yeah.
We were in a van and trailer. Yep.
So you didn't have like the big van like you guys have now, right? It was
Not-
Us? No.
not
this
so
was
big.
It was a little 15 passenger van with like a raised converted top. So
Yeah.
it made out into beds.
It was
and
basically
there was
converted to beds everywhere.
9 of us.
wow.
Yeah.
And pulled a trailer with our equipment and instruments. Yeah.
So there was, okay, when you say 9, there was 2 adults and 7 kids, right? 9.
That's right.
Yes.
I can do math, maybe.
Mom and Dad and the 7 children. That was the original Dutton family bluegrass band in those days.
So how did you get to Branson? Like, I know maybe probably in a car, but like what made you guys come to Branson?
We encountered Branson in the early 90s. We did a show at what is now the Jim Stafford Theater with Jerry Reed. He had us as a guest performance on that show. So that was our first encounter with Branson, and so we knew a little bit about it. And we heard every show we did on the road, you guys should go to Branson, you guys should go to Branson. So when I got married and we had our first child, Jessica, who's been on your program before,
Right.
She's now 23. So with our brand new child, we thought, our children are going to start going to school. We don't want to be on the road when they're going to school. So my mom had the brilliant solution. Let's go check out Branson. And that's how we came.
And then the rest is history, as they would say.
Yes,
And so you
exactly.
guys ended up, correct me if I'm wrong, at that point it was the Boxcar Willie Theater.
Correct.
And you guys ended up buying that from the Boxcar Willie family because Boxcar passed away. And
Yes.
then it became the Dutton Theater.
We came to town in '97. We started where Pierce Arrow is now.
That's right. I forgot
And
about
then
that.
we were at
The
the
Barbara
Barbara Fairchild Theater, which is now
Well, it was-
Beyond the Lens.
Yes.
Yes.
And then Boxcar Willie Theater in '99. We purchased it from them in 2000. And the rest is history.
So
We've been
20
there ever
years
since.
you have been in that theater now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
long
something
time.
like that.
We just
So-
started our 24th season in Branson, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And so,
ride.
Abby, did you go to school in Branson? Did you just grow up here?
I was 18 and married when we moved to Branson.
Oh, you got married. She got married when she was young.
Yeah, so I graduated high school when I was 17, and then I
Oh.
met my husband like 9 months later. But I was still really young.
You met when you were 17 still,
Actually,
and then you got married at 18, or were
no,
you still
I was
17?
18 when we met.
Oh, okay.
And got married, and then I turned 19 a few months after I got married. But yeah, still
I
really
see.
young.
Are you still married to the same guy?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay. Hey,
23
I can
years married
ask.
and 4 kids. No, it's a
Yeah.
very good
Yeah.
question, actually.
Well, but it like sometimes people are like, that's too young, but there are people that get married at a young age and it works.
Yeah.
My parents are a perfect example of that. Like they've been married over 60 some years. And they got married like right out of high school kind of
Well,
thing.
I tell
fantastic.
people we kind of grew up together, so it actually worked out for us.
Yeah.
Almost high school sweethearts.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, Tim, I understand you are the CEO in training. Is
That's
that
correct. Mom and I are co-CEOs. She's always been the one in charge. I'm coming up to take the position. And we've been in that sort of arrangement for quite a while. And then so as soon as I learn enough and my mommy says I can and my wife says I can, I'll be
Maybe
CEO.
by the time he hits 50, he'll be CEO.
Well, here's the other thing I noticed about you when I tried to do a little prep work, and they say I think it's you are the one that plays more instruments than anybody. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely.
We counted something like 12, and I play pretty much everything on stage.
There's a song in the show where he goes around playing or we bring him to him. It's really, really cool. People love that
And we
song.
featured on 2 different songs. That one, Randy Lynn Rag, and then I do a classical song where I
yeah.
play each part of the orchestra.
And he has like a looping pedal, so
Yeah.
he records the cello, and so he lays that down, and
I
then
stack the parts on
plays
top
the
of them.
mandolin and the
Oh,
violin,
yes.
and then it's just a whole orchestra, but it was him playing it all.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really cool.
Okay. I think we're going to stop right here, and we're going to come back with more.
There are so many things to do in Branson. You need help planning and booking all your fun. You need iBranson.com. You can find everything Branson has to offer from your computer, tablet, or cell phone. You can even buy tickets online or talk to one of their friendly Branson travel specialists. There's no sales pitches, no delivery fees, no service fees, and no waiting. It's fast and easy. Find your fun at iBranson.com. Do it all online or call 877-ENTERTAIN. That's 877-368-3782. iBranson.com.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. We are here with Tim and Abby Dutton. And man, we've got a lot still to talk about. We were talking about all the instruments you play, like 12 instruments.
Yeah.
CEO in training. Abby, we were talking about you getting married at a young age.
Yep.
But you guys have done a lot of stuff as a family. And you're doing a lot of stuff, but I just want to highlight a few things. So you guys were on America's Got Talent.
Yep. In 07.
And got a lot of great national exposure.
Yeah, we
for
made it
that.
to top 10.
Top 10.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was so awesome.
Working with the celebrities and the other acts, it was lots of fun.
I'd really love to have Simon Cowell on PlayBranson, but I don't think I'll ever get him on here. And he doesn't play in Branson, but it'd be cool to have him.
Let's do it.
Like-
Let's get him.
Yeah.
Like if you can get Simon,
I'll
hey
call him.
Simon, come on, we'd love to have you. But I like his honesty. Like he doesn't hold things back, and I still watch America's Got Talent, and like they've gotten really good at creating that what I call that emotional story,
Yeah.
and the story behind the entertainer.
That's what grabs you, makes you connect.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to do here is just let people know more, because you only get to see a little bit on stage, but there's more to the entertainer than what you just see on stage, right?
Yep.
And then you guys were recently on America's Most Musical Family, so talk a little bit about that.
Just last year.
Yeah, it's a new Nickelodeon show, and gosh, they auditioned like hundreds of families, and we were one of the 30-some families that got picked to be on the show and in the competition.
Yeah, in the final part of it.
Yeah,
And
it was so much fun. We didn't win, but we had so much fun doing it.
a lot like America's Got Talent. We went and performed in California, did for the celebrity judges, and they gave critiques afterwards, and we smiled and had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And now you guys have your own show. Talk about this.
Every week we do a live stream from the Dutton Theater or one of our houses, depending on how shut in we are at the particular week. And it's been so much fun. People are now coming to the live audience. We bring the audience in right before our Thursday night show in Branson, and we do the live stream in front of our theater audience to the internet audience on YouTube.
Do they have to pay or is it free?
Well, they come and pay for the show, and then as part of the pre-show, they watch the live stream.
And then the live stream's free to watch on YouTube.
Okay.
The live stream
And you
is
can
free.
go back and watch all the ones we've done, 25 of them. You can watch them at any time.
Yep.
And then we also have a weekly show on RFD TV every Friday night at 6:30 p.m. Central, and then it reruns again every Tuesday afternoon. And this is our third season of having our own show on RFD TV. It's just a 30-minute show called The Duttons Through the Years. And we have current stuff on there, stuff when we were kids. That's why it's called The Duttons Through the Years.
Yeah.
And
you kind of get to
know
grow up
us.
with us from when we were
Yeah.
really small until now.
We have behind-the-scenes stuff, interviews, and a lot of music on stage, music videos. It's a lot of fun.
You guys are busy.
Very, very busy.
Super
Tim
busy.
does all of our editing
Yes.
for the Duttons Through the Years.
I've been a hermit for 3 years that
And a
we've
lot
done
of
this
the-
RFD show.
Yes, a lot of the technical stuff he does for our live stream.
Yeah.
It's,
So if somebody has never seen the Duttons, never heard of the Duttons, and they go to your show, what are they going to get?
They're going to get a big production show that also kind of is down home, brings you into our family a little bit.
where you get to know us, have a lot of fun listening to all genres of music. It appeals to all ages, and we hear that all the time, that people can bring their little babies up to the grandma that's in her 90s. Everybody gets something out of it that they really enjoy. So it's not just one style of music.
Yeah. Now you guys have, so it was the 7 kids performing. Today there are now 4 of the 7 in the show, but you still have a lot more family members in the show.
Yes,
Right?
2 of my sisters-in-law are in the show. Tim's wife, Judith, plays the keyboard and sings amazingly. She's awesome. John's wife, Bella, who's from Samoa, sings and dances, and then our kids are in the show. I think there's 14 grandkids, and they're all teenagers now. People would be surprised if they haven't seen us for a while how much our kids have grown up and are involved in the show.
My daughter Jessica's already almost 24. She just recorded her first radio single. She's in the show. And so they're doing a lot more and really coming along well. I love watching the kids perform. They're going to take over someday.
So I don't think you guys are. I don't think you guys are going to catch up in numbers with the Hughes family.
Oh no, they've got a lot more. But we're still a big group, but not that big.
It cracks me up when people say you're losing the competition in numbers. I'm like, it was never a childbearing is not a competition, okay, people.
But maybe you guys are like the second largest performing family in the world.
Be.
I don't know. You know, after you get to the first, like, people don't ever ask about the second or third, right? You know. So have you noticed, like, since you've been on RFD, like, do you have people come up in the audience that say, hey, we saw you on RFD?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Sometimes it's Branson regulars that watch the show. Sometimes it's brand new people. They encountered us and encountered Branson through our RFD show, and then they came to Branson. So it's bringing new people to town as well, and they've become big fans.
Yeah. What do you talk a little bit about COVID and like just what your experience has been? I know you guys were one of the first theaters to open after, so kind of let people know.
Never experienced anything like this. We shut down in March, our show, and then we reopened as soon as the Missouri governor allowed it. April?
May 16th.
May 16th.
May 16th,
yeah.
And we were super anxious to get back to work. I mean, it's really hit the entertainment industry hard.
Right.
And tourism in Missouri, all over the country, I'm sure. We see the results of it here locally, and it's been tough for everybody. Some of the shows have run at reduced capacity or are opening next year. So we need to get the word out that Branson is open now. Everyone can come and enjoy Branson.
There you go.
And people seem to really appreciate the precaution and the measures that we've taken at our theater. We escort people through the lobby even as they get their tickets in through the lobby to get their concessions in groups and help keep social distancing and then seat them.
Yeah.
And then we've even gone as far as taking out our intermission for right now. So it's just a 90-minute show.
We follow all the recommended procedures for masking and disinfecting, so everyone can be safe when they come and see us.
And then
but we still have a great show.
We even dismiss after the show row by row, and people just really appreciate that. So.
Yeah, well, there's definitely a heightened sense of cleanliness and just sensitivity, and I think a lot of that's been, of course, the news media talks about it every night. I'm like, I don't watch the news anymore. I watch a health channel.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure there's other news on the TV, but I just they don't report it anymore.
What we
It's
found is
crazy.
it doesn't need to be an impediment to coming and experiencing Branson still and having fun. People are having the same amount of fun and great experiences and still being safe.
Yeah.
And once they're seated in our auditorium, they can, of course, remove the masks because there's 6-foot distance.
Yeah.
There's nobody directly in front or directly behind, and then there's 3 empty seats on either side of your group.
Yeah. And so we've been trying to tell people, and if you're out there watching today, is Branson is one of the safest vacation destinations in the United States and one of the only places that you can actually see live entertainment. And folks, these people can't survive without people in the seats. I mean, well, they could if they did it all over Zoom and people paid, but it's not the same. And live entertainment is important. And so we want to encourage you to come to Branson. And then when you come to Branson, go see the Duttons over there at their theater. Now, one of the things we haven't mentioned yet is you guys have a couple other shows at the theater besides y'all, too.
Yes.
Yes, we host the Taylor Reed Magic and Illusion Show and the Leroy New Tribute to Marty Robbins. And they're both fantastic shows. Great fun for family and everybody.
And so we've had both of them on the show. So if you want to see their episodes, go back in the archives and you can see both Taylor Reed and Leroy New. And Leroy he wrote a book.
Yeah.
He gave me that book. I haven't read it yet, Leroy. Sorry, but I'll get to it.
We also have the All Hands on Deck show this
Oh, yeah.
November
Oh, yeah.
for some select
They're
days.
seasonal, and so they will be coming in the fall.
Yeah.
In
And
the
they're
winter.
fabulous. 1940s music. So
Yeah,
good.
I forgot to mention that, so sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
That's right.
If someone's never been to Branson, how would you describe Branson to somebody?
It's a hidden gem. That's one of the most fun experiences you'll ever have. It's a great place for any type of excursion, family vacations, or groups of friends, and any age. Everybody has fun in Branson.
Yeah. Well, I know there's a lot more we could talk about, but our time is up, and we actually gave you extra time today. But
Thank you.
next time, we need to go back and revisit your bus crash. People can learn about that.
Mm-hmm.
That was a pretty interesting story, and so I just appreciate you guys do family entertainment, and that's what Branson is all about. And so, 20 years. Let's wish you another 20 more years of great entertainment in Branson, and thanks for coming out today.
Thanks for
on the
having
show.
Thanks for inviting us.
We appreciate it.
We'll be back in just a moment. Hey folks, welcome back to Play Branson, and it was awesome to have Tim and Abby Dutton on the show. I did want to mention that their shows are at 8 o'clock and 2 o'clock, and the 8 o'clock shows are right now on Monday, Thursday, and Saturday, and the 2 o'clock is on Wednesday. You can always check ibranson.com for their latest updated schedule, but that's what they're doing right now. If you need help planning your entire Branson vacation, you can go to ibranson.com, or you can call those folks at 1-877-ENTERTAIN. They can help put your entire vacation together, shows, hotels, attractions, and even make dining recommendations. We want to thank you for watching the show. The next show that we have, once again, I've got someone that hasn't been on the show probably for over 2 years, Dave Hamner and his wife from the Hamner's Unbelievable Theater. So look forward to having Dave Hamner on the show and talking with him. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.